Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I found out that this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I thought it would be a good idea to do a video about something that I have been struggling with personally, and that is anxiety. So this is a video that talks about my experience with anxiety, how I cope with it, and hopefully it can help others who are going through the same thing as me. Last night I had a really bad anxiety attack. I was freaking out. I felt like I couldn't breathe, crying. I tried all of my coping techniques, and thankfully my sister reached out and we had a really great conversation which helped me get through it. But when I have anxiety, the symptoms vary. So if I'm having a full-blown panic attack, then my heart is pounding, I'm hyperventilating, I can't breathe, and I feel like I'm having a heart attack. But a different form of that is my palms feel sweaty and cold. My heart is pounding as well. Things that I touch feel numb or hot, and my mind is racing. For me, anxiety stems from not knowing what's going to happen in the future. So for me, coronavirus, and for other people as well, it's a huge unknown. My anxiety has spiked during this time, and I'm just trying to take it day by day. When I have anxiety, I feel paralyzed. I won't make a decision. I won't go after my goals. I feel too scared, numb, and paralyzed by fear. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. Comment below if you do. But your body goes into fight versus flight. You feel absolutely paralyzed by any decision that you're going to do. And there have been people who have told me, oh, just snap out of it. And it's not that easy. When I had my first anxiety attack, I was working at a bookstore and it was a normal day. But suddenly my heart started pounding. I couldn't breathe and I thought I was having a heart attack. So my friend took me to the hospital and they explained to me that I was having an anxiety attack. Your mind tricks your body into thinking that you are in trouble. So you literally can feel like you're having a heart attack. And it's hard to tell somebody, hey, you're not really having a heart attack, when it feels like their heart is being clutched by a hand, their arm is numb, and they are completely paralyzed by fear. Even making a video like this, I have anxiety. Right now, my heart is pounding like really bad. I feel like I'm having a hot flash and I'm freaking out right now, but I am trying to tackle it. And that's the thing about anxiety. So by you not knowing the future, all you can do is kind of set up your toolbox to help you. Realizing that I can't control the future, but I can put in as much effort and work to essentially trying to work towards the future that I want. And then I kind of just have to leave the outcome up to God. That is something that's very hard for me, but that means planning. I listened to a podcast where people said the way to attack anxiety is to set up a routine, set up a schedule. When I have a schedule and I'm sticking to that schedule, I mean planning out my day from the morning, my morning routine, exercising. When I do that, I don't have time to have these restless thoughts. I don't have time to think, what if, because I'm already putting together the steps. That's one thing that sometimes helps. Trying to think about, what do I smell? What can I touch? What day it is, just something to kind of ground me in the moment now. Journaling has been a huge help. I write down everything that I'm feeling, every single thought, and then by getting it out there, sometimes I can see how ridiculous my thoughts are. If medication works for you, definitely go on medication. The thing about anxiety and mental health is you have to find what works for you. What works for you or me may not work for everybody. Personally, I decided not to do medication. Maybe that'll change in a few years, but it's just not for me. Meditation has really helped. And if you are unemployed, Headspace is actually giving, hashtag this is not sponsored, but Headspace is actually giving their premium services free for a year. And Headspace has so many different meditations. They walk you through the process of meditation and it has just been such a huge help. When I meditate, I am forced to be in the moment. And meditating is hard, especially when you are anxious. There are times when I can't do it, but you start off small. You try to start off at least 1 minute, see if you can concentrate, then move up to 5, then continually move up. And on a good day, I can do about 15 to 20 minutes of meditation without getting restless. But it forces me to be in the present moment. And I love going on YouTube, finding different meditations. There's a meditation for everything. So I'm an actress, writer, producer. I'm a creative person. There's a meditation for that. A meditation for letting go, a meditation for anxiety, a meditation for anger, a meditation for going to work and dealing with a difficult boss. There were so many different types of meditation, and I've been exploring this, and this is really a huge help. Prayer is also a big thing. Giving it up to God and realizing that I'm not in control and kind of just talking to Him during this time. The coping mechanisms that I learned in therapy have been such a huge help. So I've been taught to use positive affirmations. So I am strong, I am healthy, I am successful, kind of trying to trick my mind. Also, self-talk. Self-talk. I read this book about the creative self, and when I start to get anxious, I actually gave my anxiety a nickname, which is kind of crazy, but I call her Gina. So when anxiety comes, I say, okay, Gina's here again. You know, I try to talk myself through it. You're having an anxiety attack. You are going to be okay. This is fine. You will be okay. You are not dying. You are just experiencing anxiety. You will be okay. Also, reaching out to my support system. Last night, I talked to my sister, and I completely broke down why I was feeling anxious, everything that I was feeling, and she was able to help me unpack that. Also, my sister is a therapist, but she knows how to separate her therapist hat from her sister hat, which is great. But she helped me unpack exactly what I was feeling, and I felt so much better. I felt lighter. I have a group chat with 2 of my best friends, and when I'm feeling anxious, I'm like, hey guys, I'm feeling anxious because of this, this, and this. And I try not to hold back, and they are there for me. But there are other ways of getting support. There are online groups. Reddit is a huge help. You can be anonymous, write about what you're feeling, and other people can be there for you, give their experiences, their coping techniques. Another thing that I do, and this is just me personally, so Broadway music brings me joy. Singing karaoke brings me joy. So when I am feeling anxious, and this is usually when it's a milder anxiety attack, I just perform a concert. So there are Broadway sing with me's where they'll sing one part and you sing the other, and I will just put all of my angst and my pain and what I am feeling into that specific song, and the next thing you know, I'm having fun, and then I'm just like, then I'm dancing to Beyonce, singing Beyonce, and then I'm just like, next thing you know, an hour has passed and I'm doing better. So that's just a little something I try to do. Working out, and like I said, I have not been doing this as often as I should, but when I start my day off with a workout, I feel like I can conquer the world. And when I'm feeling anxious, lately I've been going into yoga. Yoga has you focus on your body and what your body is feeling, and I just really love it. It has been a huge help. That's Yoga with Adrian. Also, diet. If I'm not eating healthy, junk food. I mean, of course, like when you're eating unhealthy, that has a huge effect on your body, your mindset. You're feeling sluggish. When I'm feeling sluggish, that's definitely going to lead to more anxiety because I'm not at my peak self. And that's okay. Like I said, you don't have to be at your peak self. Do not see this video and think, oh, I need to have a morning routine. This is just tools that I've gathered that helps me. For you, if drawing helps, draw. If being outside in nature, just taking a walk. is amazing. If you can't take a walk, then just like try to do in your car or wherever you are, like a 3-minute meditation. Just something that brings you joy. Because I feel like when you're doing something that brings you joy and you're anxious, like you're combating that. Also, self-care. Setting boundaries for myself, realizing that certain situations will make me more anxious. Some people can make me feel anxious. Social media, comparing yourself to others on social media is huge. Everyone around me is getting married and having babies, and that for a long time made me feel anxious, made me feel like, well, I'm 27 and I haven't bought a house yet. What's wrong with me? So I like to take a break from social media, and lately I've been unfollowing specific accounts that do not bring me joy. I'm recondoing my life, my social media, all of that. And one last thing that I love to do, and this is personally, I love to play video games. So right now I'm playing God of War, and that game is so hard. That game has puzzles. It has monsters. Like every time I think that I'm like good and I think that I passed the level, there's like something harder and harder. And I get this huge sense of accomplishment when I figure out the puzzle, when I get to the next level. And because you're being attacked or you have puzzles from so many different directions, you're forced to focus on the game. Like God of War, you can't just passively play it. You have to be focused at all times. And that personally makes me happy. I'm playing a video game, time is passing, I'm figuring out puzzles, and I have this sense of accomplishment. You know, I also try to switch it up, and I just try to gather tools and gather more tools. So if you guys have tools or tips or techniques that help you, like leave them in the comments. Maybe it can help me or it can help somebody else. I hope this wasn't a lot of rambling. I just wanted to, while it was fresh on my mind, get this out to you guys. I hope this video helped. Like I said, if you have any comments or suggestions on what helps you, please leave it in the box below. Thank you for watching this video, and you know, we're all in this together and we will figure this out and we're gonna be okay.